Hi everyone, this is Angus here, and today I'm going to be comparing two solar generators, the Jackery solar generator to the Marbero solar generator. So the Jackery solar panel and power station costs £149 and the Marbero costs £175, which includes the power station and the solar panel. So in this review, I'll be looking at two things. The first being what they're like to use to charge devices, and the second one, what they're like to charge in the sun. So starting with the unboxing of the Jackery, I was impressed with the unboxing because there was very little plastic packaging. This is the portable power station. So I like the branding, nice bold colours. I also like the design. It feels like a high quality product. It feels heavy. Again, the font and the design, all nice and simple. It's not giving me a feel of like a cheap Chinese brand. This feels like a genuine brand, a bit like Anchor. This feels like a good quality brand. So far, good first impressions, and the packaging is well designed and professional. The user manual, the actual power bank. So first impressions, that's actually more plasticky than I thought. Again, I kind of expected it would be plastic, but yeah, it definitely does look plastic. I think online it looks quite smooth, but actually it's got quite a shiny texture in person, which again is fine. We've got a full-size USB port. We've got two USB-C ports with 100 watt outputs. Looks like we've got a button for the display. So it's nice to see that there is a bit of consistency with their packaging. Again, really nice packaging, nice, simple, minimalist. And then on the back, again, we have some images. Again, I can't really complain about this. I think this brand seems to be quite bright. I had heard of this brand when I was at Love Trails last year. So that's it. And that feels nice and weighty. A magnetic tab here. Makes me think of like an iPad case or something like that. It looks like we have the output here for charging. So looks like we have a case. That is literally it in the box, nothing else. I really do like how this is quite minimalist. There wasn't really much plastic packaging at all. In fact, I don't think I really saw any plastic packaging apart from the power station. And yeah, so we've got the user manual, and then it looks like we've got the charging cable for the solar generator. And then inside we have two carabiners, but I'm guessing that's for this bag. Again, the bag seems nice. I like that it's got this on the top, so it'd be quite easy to know that this is for your power station. And then on the side, we've got a full-size USB-A and then USB-C. So yes, you can definitely buy just this solar generator and use it for charging. In the Marbero unboxing, I found it comes with the power station, the solar panel, and it also comes with an adapter to give you an extra USB-C port, which I think is great. It doesn't give a as premium feel or as a fun feel as the Jackery brand, but it is simple and it is cardboard, so it should be nice and recyclable, which is good. So I think I still do like it. It's got like a drawing outline. It's really clear with the specs on the front. Again, we've got some clear specs on the back, and again, that looks nice and easy to read. Very neurodivergent friendly, having bullet points, and then you've got the specs on the side. So I think the packaging is actually really good. Again, it's just not as fun or as exciting as the Jackery brand, but let's get it open. This is the first box. User manual. We have what looks like an adapter and some more cables. Yeah, so again, it just looks like cables, things for charging. The solar charger. Again, this seems to have more plastic packaging in it. Also, the solar charger seems a lot smaller. So I think that is half the size. So this looks like it can do 21 watts. And then it looks like the cable is already attached, but that's what it looks like. Again, just looking at like the quality and the design of that, it doesn't feel as polished as Jackery, but it seems fine. And this looks like the power bank. So this feels definitely weightier than the Jackery one. but you have more USB ports, or full-size ones, which is nice, and you have a full-size UK plug. Also, this one has a light in it, which seems cool. So you've got, looks like an on button here, so that switches on straight away, and then you've got a light, so I think that might be really useful for camping. Full-size USB ports in here, and you only have one on here. You have one USB-C on here, and then two USB-Cs on here. This one feels heavier, and this has got a full-size plug and a light. I also quite like that this has a hook for hooking onto things. I think the quality looks better in this one, and the branding feels better, but they're pretty close. They both have stands on the bottom. The Marbero also has a 3-pin plug socket, which I think is really impressive for the price. I was able to power a TV using this 3-pin plug, which I found really impressive. On the Jackery, I charged my iPhone 3 times and my MacBook Air M1. On the Marbero, I charged my iPhone 3 times and a 10,000 milliamp battery pack. So I think they're both great for charging big devices and batteries with lots of power in them. So if you're thinking of using either of these for charging phones, laptops, that sort of stuff, both of these are going to be great. The Jackery does seem to have a little bit more capacity than the Marbero. So in terms of charging times, this is what Jackery says. If you have the 40-watt solar panel, it will take 5.5 hours to charge. If you have the 80-watt solar panel, it will be 2.5 hours, and then the 100-watt, it will take 2 hours. So I found in my real-world experience that this wasn't necessarily the case, but when I was charging at the time, it was a little bit cloudy and it probably could have been sunnier. So I think these results will be based on perfect conditions. So I charged both of these at 8:20 AM in the morning in the same conditions. The Jackery was on 4%, and the Marbero was completely flat on 0%. After 4 hours in sunny conditions, the Jackery charged to 66%. I noticed when I was charging both power stations that it was almost impossible to tell if the Marbero was charging because the battery indicator just wouldn't tell me, so I couldn't actually tell how much it had charged to. Whereas on the Jackery, even though that the screen is a bit faint and hard to see, you can still tell if it's charging. One thing that's also important to consider is that the Marbero comes with a 20-watt solar panel, where the Jackery comes with a 40-watt solar panel, so you'll get double the speed with the Jackery. So overall, I think both of these are really fantastic devices, and I don't think you'll be disappointed with either of them. I really enjoyed using both of these products. They were both affordable and they were both really easy to use. If I had to pick one product which was my favourite, it would be the Jackery. The Jackery just felt like higher quality. Like, for example, the screen was much clearer. So there is my review of both of these solar generators. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching.